moved from the operating account to the grant account, and the money's just been sitting there. Any questions?
Well, it just was a little confusing the way it was.
So it was money that was transferred 2 years ago, and you're just noting it now?
Well, no, what we were just doing is, what we were mentioning last month is that we wanted to use that $5,000 that was in there. That had kind of been sitting in there for like 2 years. So, and usually when we receive money from the grants, we have to use all that money up. So, so we were asking, what we were motioning last month was using that $5,000 that was already in the grant account, that came from the operating account. So that you did not think that we were using the grant money that we got from Kern County. We were using the money that kind of came from the chamber.
So this was like some of the matching funds that were deposited?
Yes.
And what was it being used for?
Last month it was motioned to use that money for the event center.
Oh, so using it on the grant business?
Yes, yes.
Okay, any other corrections? Motion to approve the minutes? Okay, I'll move that.
Oh, I second.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
2-0. Okay, moving on to our treasurer's report.
Our ending balance for our operating account is $28,833.03, with $3,545 in deposits. That consists of 2 memberships, 9 parade applications, and 3 sponsors. There's $200 in here that was a part of the deposit of $3,545, but I did not note if it was renewals or part of the sponsorship. Do you remember that $200? So. The expenses were $2,195.50. That consists of the check that we wrote to Charlene Melcher, and then we also deposited $440 for some grant money that is from Bill for his part of the grant match for the grants that we received this last year to do the wall mural that is between us and the car wash. So that leaves us a total of $47,233.03 in our bank accounts.
Okay, the $440 is the 10% match on the mural, and Bill agreed to pay that when we wrote the grant, so that's where that $440 came from, and that's for the mural, part of that. Any questions, Bob?
I move to pass it.
Okay, Bob. All set. All set. Any other questions? Any questions from the audience?
I just wanted to know, where are we as far as on target for our year-to-date budget?
I'm not sure. I'm sure we're above our year-to-date budget because the account keeps growing, but I don't think we have a budget available. Yeah, well, I know that Yeah, you'll have to check with me next week on it, I guess, but I'm sure we're on.
So we don't know how we did as far as budgeting for September Fest yet? Has all that been paid off and received and everything?
Is that
No.
did Kevin discuss that last week? I can have that in January if you want that in January. So,
What are we estimating? Close to $8,000?
I can't even tell you, I haven't even looked.
I'm not sure what the budget was, but I'm sure we brought in more income than spent. So I think we're on that. Okay, all those in favor of passing the treasurer's report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Two. Okay, moving on to our other reports. The Diamond Street project. I know I tend to speak on most of the subjects here. Yes, mainly because I'm involved in most of the subjects.
It's going down the line like it's supposed to.
What's that?
It's going down the line like it's supposed to. The county's in charge.
Yep, the county has not gave us a definite date as to when they're going to install the street lights. The street lights and striping are the two last items that they need to do over there on Diamond Street to complete it. We did have a few trees that died, and they're talking about replacing those next spring, I think. And then also we had some graffiti done on Diamond Street this past Sunday. So we're just waiting on that to send.
Agreement that they wouldn't graffiti downtown.
No, they agreed not to graffiti or mural.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what they agreed.
So, when I heard about that, I thought, well, down, look, that's on that cleaners. It's a huge area that they.
Well, that, and they hit U-Haul trucks, and then they hit a planter that's down there. And I'm not sure what else. Maybe Paul actually knows.
They had 7 different locations on Diamond Street. And you also have some on the new wheelchair ramps areas, right next to little bike shop. You got that area, the one right next to the meat market. They hit that area there too. Also, they hit the apartment complex on their wall, and three of your planters on each side of it.
And did you talk with Ross about the planters and that? How?
Planters are still, since the planters are just got installed, we talked to the county. Apparently, I guess that's still under their maintenance or whatever on that, because we can't go in there and paint them. We can't paint the planters, because if we paint the planters, we have to get the proper paint, and the county doesn't have that color paint. So, I don't know how you want to work that out, if the contractor needs to come back and take it off, or.
I sent your pictures, you guys sent me over to the Public Works Department,
Yeah.
and they said they'd take care of it, so.
Okay.
I don't know if that means that they'll be out there Monday, or if that means that, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, well, the county graffiti abatement, they hand us the paint, and we can go ahead and paint over it,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so we're at least working on resolving those issues. We're hoping that they finish the Diamond Street project soon. It's been dragging on for a long time, but it's kind of in Edison's court as to when they're going to put the lights in. They do have the panel and all that for the breakers for all the lights. That's all installed, so it's a matter of putting up the street lights.
I am meeting with Edison next Tuesday, and the guy that I'm meeting, his boss is the guy that's kind of knows about the Diamond Street project, so I'll ask during my meeting if he can kind of get any insight as to, the lighting and stuff.
And if you can just get a telephone number for us.
Okay, I could do that.
We'll make a call to them too. Okay, moving on to item D, flag ceremony that we're looking at doing on December 5th. We're looking at doing it at 4 o'clock. The Rosamond High School ROTC said that they would come out and install the do a little ceremony and put the flag up permanently. The two items that we'll have to deal with is the solar light that somehow disappeared. And then I'll talk with,
How did it disappear?
I'm not sure, it was there for a couple days.
How are we gonna get that rope?
Well, I'll talk with Eric about that. He has some stuff with the wire in it. He and we're gonna put it up and make it permanent. The wire stuff works. I talked with Sergeant Taylor, and he said that type of rope doesn't work if you're taking nothing down. But we want to leave it up, so.
We were gonna leave it up permanently with a light on it because I had paid the guy from Carl's Hardware to put that light up there. And it was supposed to be up there on that top.
Yeah, it was there for a few days. And I'm not sure what happened. But it looks like the little panels are there. I would have thought they'd sold the whole thing. Well, we have to work, we have to get some type of light up there before the 5th for our event. And then we have to install some new rope for the flag. Moving on to the event center.
Okay, I sent some information in, and you had said something to me about the fact is that maybe I could help you do that. And so I gave the event center everything to Gene Melcher, the contractor. And what happened is that when we figured this all up, just the material, not any inspections, not any labor, just material for that event center. And not including any of the amount of cost that the county would charge us for having the bits, different things like that. What happened is that we found out that it would be $45 a foot for the wrought iron bench. It would be $45 a block for the block wall per foot. And it would be a total of $1,125 just for the material, not including anything else, just on that two things. Then we had the concrete. Square foot for concrete is $5.50 a square foot. That was, the concrete would mean would be $27,500 just for the concrete.
Well, what's the concrete for?
Huh?
What's the $27,000 concrete for?
It's all the things that you have. Okay.
I don't think I had $27,000.
Okay, well, let me tell you. This is from Gene Melcher, contractor. He looked at your plans that we had right here. This is all of this stuff here.
Yeah, well, I did write a grant for concrete.
I'm just saying,
Event center.
I'm saying what happened is the event center. And the $45 for the stage, all right, square foot, fill and compact, $5.50 for concrete or square foot. The total amount to do that, just in material for that center that you have on this picture here, Jerry, is $35,375 for material only.
Right.
No labor, nothing else. And so I sent another reply to you saying that the event center, instead of spending that amount of money, which we don't have, to have an event center, because that doesn't even include the bleachers or anything else. It doesn't include any of the things and everything. And so I sent you a thing thinking the fact is that if we're going to have an event center, we should change it into a memorial, so we could actually we could enjoy the murals on each side. We could put up a wall in the front where we could actually honor all the veterans and put them together. We would have benches and stuff like this. There'd be a place where they could do some stuff, but it would be the $10,000. It wouldn't even extend that money that we have grant to put in benches and walks and different things like that. It seems to me that that would be something that we need right now. We haven't got the money to do the 35,000. That's just cost. Gene Melcher gave me those costs. And so what happened is I sent you, each of the directors got my proposal to do something else, and so what happened is the event center. Thank you for your information you sent out on the event center. I have a suggestion to the problem. I would suggest that we have an open event center without gates or fences. I believe the 75-foot area could be a very exciting place to have an open event area where people could come and sit down and enjoy the two murals that we have on the walls. Present would be made more suited for an audience. So I suggest saving the $10,000 for that. Things also like flowers, plants, etc. could also be suggested that out front facing Diamond Street that we could have a small section where we could have a small cement installing old plaques honoring our veterans and heroes. This is my dream for the purpose. Rosamond could use a place that honors the heroes of our history and locally, past and present. This would be a nice place to sit, look, listen, and relax. Thank you, Dr. Bob Shear.
Yes, I did get your email.
Yeah. And I think that that would be something, we wouldn't be out a lot of money. I have a thing here that they did. These event centers and things, this is the Vietnam Wall, and which we have, and they have different things like that. But that would be something that we could honor our veterans. I'm a veteran of the Korean War. Bill is a veteran of the war. In this audience right here, we might have several veterans. So I just suggest that we don't, the thing that you've got to do, the event center was very great. But the fact is, it's for an auditorium, which we don't have. So that's my suggestion. It's something that can be done as we go along. I think you had a great dream. It's just something we can't afford right now.
Okay, thank you, Bob, for your information. On the event center, we did have to file a quarterly reports. I did submit 2 of them to the county. One stated that we're working on our footings drawings that we need to install our canopy. I put that on the report that I sent to Bakersfield to Ross. And then the second report I had to do was on the mural. And I did state that we did give Jed $1,000. He did buy the paint and that, and he started marking off the wall, the big wall, which is what he's going to paint first. So I did submit those drawings. Mainly, we're waiting on AV engineering for our engineering drawings for our footings to install our canopy.
With the plan that I put together, our architect, who we have, and right now, which he does everything for us and everything for Broadus, it would be free to do all this plan put together. And so Al Carlson is a certified architect. We wouldn't have to pay him anything to blow the plans for my dream. We wouldn't be out any money.
Well, I understand that's your dream, but the solar and wind people didn't give us money to make a memorial. They're looking at what we can do for the community. And because in the master plan, the visioning plan that you went to, they have a park right where Carl's Harbor is. Well, as you know, it costs millions of dollars to buy out all that real estate, so that park will never be built. So our event center is going to be a park in downtown area.
Nobody wants it.
What's that?
Nobody wants it.
Why do you think they're giving us so much money?
Huh?
Why do you think these people are giving us money?
Because they're supporting the chamber.
No,
That
they're
didn't even,
supporting
that didn't even include that money you have right there, this plan that you have right here, Terry. This little thing over here in the corner. Gene didn't know what that was, so he couldn't calculate it.
That's all right. We're
So
not
it's
gonna
not,
put
no matter what I
everything
say,
together.
what everybody says, you're gonna push this thing through.
I'm giving something to the community, that's what the community wants.
Okay, all right.
That's what the solar and wind.
I've only been in this community since 1980.
I understand. They gave us money because we had a vision for the downtown area. We finally got the street done, we have trees. Soon we'll have street lights. And someday we'll have an event.
Where are you gonna get those bleachers?
That's just down the road.
Oh, yeah. All
I
right.
guess you don't realize that Boeing and Northrop, all them people donate lots of money to people.
Yeah, but they could then give us a little bit of money and we could have something which is very enjoyable.
Yeah, we're gonna have something good. I'm hoping we're gonna be still around
Okay.
to see it. Okay, any questions from the audience? Yes,
Was there a veterans, deal at Glendower Park?
Pardon me?
a veterans deal at $20 Park.
Yeah, they have a pillar out there, and they have their flag out there, and the VFW uses it all the time for all their veterans, organizations and stuff.
And I'm talking about the Veterans Jubilee honors or September Fest,
Well,
not all of it.
yeah, no, that's what they use it.
Well, I understand, Bob, you see something different, but the board's already voted on this. We're moving
When did we,
forward. Read your minutes for the last year.
I'm just asking you, Terry. When did we vote?
You voted
You
to
asked,
ask for
and
the
the fact
grant.
is, I gave you the amount of money it's gonna cost.
35,000 is hardly nothing. When
Oh,
you look
it
at
is,
the big
God,
picture.
I like that.
I'm figuring it's gonna cost us
Whoa,
$150,000.
Terry, you make that much money?
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's not about me.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's about the
Yes,
community.
it is.
I figure it's gonna cost us.
It's just like what happened is, I hope we don't get anything, because what happened is, we made a presentation up at the Rosamond Community Service District yesterday. I mean, Tuesday.
That has nothing to do with this.
No, it did
We're
too,
moving on.
but what happened is the community started talking. And so Rosamond made the Antelope Valley Press front page. I want you people in the audience to go out and read that thing.
Okay, moving on. We did talk about a business plan. We're working on our trade, December trade, so that's taking a lot of our time, but the long range plan, it did meet. I propose Jack Miller as the chair for the long range plan.
So motion?
And John Horn is the co-chair. I move that Jack Miller and John Horn, Jack be the chair and John be the co-chair of the long range plan. They did work on it. We had a couple of meetings, put some ideas together. And we'll bring more information.
Have they made a presentation to the board, or just you?
They have a plan, but I forgot to run it. I was trying to look at my email to see if I could pull it
Well,
up.
the fact is that, what happened is that long range plan, it's just, the fact is that I may be a little out of touch, but when it comes right down to it, I've been here so long that I realize what things happen, so, it's just like the one that you were going to have.
We're not moving on until we're done with this part. I move. Laura, do you want to second that?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Jack Miller and John Horn, Jack be the chair of the long range planning and John Horn be the co-chair. Any questions from the audience? They did meet a couple times so far. They did put some plans together. We still have to work through that and we'll most likely bring it to the board in January's meeting for the board to approve. And it's mainly just guidelines as to what we feel the chamber needs to do. The board can make adjustments if they like. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Second, whatever.
Okay.
Your turn to go, man.
Okay, Laura, do you want to do a little update on the website?
I did speak with, and met with Jack Miller on some website improvements. So I will be working on that in December. So if you guys have any input, you can go ahead and let me know. So, that's all I really have to say about the website.
Okay, it is a lot of work to try to keep it up to date, and we are doing quite a few things, we just don't have a lot of time to work on it, nor does the books, the secretary's work, plus works on the parades, so we're doing the best we can with this. Under new business, I got the community cafe listed there. The community cafe is an organization that donated $1,000 sponsorship to our parade in December, the Christmas parade, and also company radish.org donated $1,000 to the chamber to be a platinum sponsor. BHE, Paulette, their company, donated $1,000. So we do have $3,000 that we received already for the Christmas parade. Carl's Hardware is going to donate. Century 21 donated. I just talked with SunPower today. They're going to donate. Sounds like they're going to donate $1,000. Recurrent Energy is going to be giving some money, and Iberdrola will be giving some money. So the same 4 companies that helped us acquire our property, our event center property, are still around donating to our events to help make it happen. So how much food they're gonna give away, it's kind of hard to say. It sort of depends upon what the weather's like. The weather affects a lot whether people come down or not. So that's what the community cafe is all about. I met Crystal a month ago at the meeting here, so they stepped up to help us out to make this a good event for our community. Any questions?
I did hear that we were gonna have more food vendors at the parade this year, is that true?
Well, we looked at having a hot dog and taco place do it. This was like 2 weeks ago. And then the community cafe wanted to feed all the people. So I sent an email to the taco guy and said, this is what we're going to do. If they want to come down, they can still come down. But with free food, might be a little harder to sell.
Right, I was just thinking that when you were talking about the community cafe. And what exactly is the community cafe? I hadn't heard of them before.
Well, they're just a new organization that is looking at, their goal is to end hunger by 2020, which is a 6-year goal, which is very optimistic. But they are looking at setting up in our community and being a big part of our community.
So is this like a national organization or is it local?
Well, radish.org is the main organization, and there's a number of organizations that are involved with that.
Oh, okay.
These are the flyers on our parade. So I'm just kind of, I made a copy for you guys. This is what's going to be going out to the restaurants. We're going to be having the queens, the Rosamond Queens and Royal.
Thank you.
Take those to the businesses for us. And then we're also going to be looking at putting flyers, getting permission with the schools to have the flyers at the schools. And I also found a plan for the long range.
Okay, so the Rosamond Parade lights will be on the December 5th. At 4 o'clock, we're going to do our flag raising ceremony. Jack Miller's going to set up the sound down by the stage. It's going to be in the shopping center where we had it last year, only because our event center is not ready yet. He'll play music in the afternoon, and at 5:15, the choir and band, tropical choir and band, will perform until 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, the parade starts. We'll give away the trophies after the parade. like I said, we do have sponsors that are helping out. One of the weakest part is always getting the businesses to get involved in the parade, to be in the parade. If they submit their application, I think by what, next week?
I think Wednesday's the cutoff for the $10 fee, then starting the 26th, the fee for the parade goes up to $20.
So for $10 and a few Christmas lights, you can, and a piece of cardboard that says your business on, you can promote your business to people that are downtown. I think the sheriff said last year they estimated there was like 2,000 people that came out for the parade. So as long as the weather is pretty warm, people just come out, they like that event. So it's real easy to advertise. So I've been working on passing out applications to the businesses, trying to get those involved, to be part of our event. Yes, sir.
According to Gail, those committee watch is going to be doing the cleanup during and after the parade. Are you guys working with your food vendors to make sure they have enough trash cans around their area? Or you guys just going to get the food and just dump, everything on the ground for us to pick up?
Yeah, actually, I talked to Ben's Disposal, and I was hoping to get some of those green trash cans, the residential ones, that we could just set out there, and then maybe have somebody empty them. I'm looking at having a dumpster set at the back alley. We're looking to set up the food, all the food at the water store, Aqua Zoo. So we're looking at the front of that property for the food and that, and then put the trash container in the back.
Have it spread out, and then put a dumpster right behind it.
Yeah, so then we just need a couple of people to empty the dumpsters or trash cans once in a while.
Yeah, we'll have people out there with vests and stuff like that, for people will be picking up trash.
Yeah, I sort of told them that, to me, that's a big problem. We see a lot of people, if the trash cans are full, they're gonna throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
And every year we clean it up ourselves. For the last 19 years, we've always cleaned it up. That's part of our getting a permit to close the road and do the parades, clean up the mess. So we've done it all these years. I'm glad you guys want to help, and we'll try to make it as easy as possible. And we'll even solicit the young kids if there seems to be a big problem, because they've done it.
Yeah, we have it out right now for the school kids, they want to help out, the high school, we're waiting for a call back from them.
Did you have I was trying to what kind of question?
Yes.
First Command Financial Services by Dr. Neeson's office. They have new, I want to say they're called they have new advisors. And they were talking to me about how they were looking for, I guess, where to invest money for, I guess, projects going on around the community. So the lady at the front desk, her name is Gina Owens. I would ask her if she wanted to get involved.
Oh, okay.
Are there gonna be some more trash cans throughout the area? Because I remember last year we gave away, like Santa hats and light up toys and some, a lot of that stuff ended up on the ground all over the place. You guys gonna have more trash cans along the parade route?
Well, I'm trying to work with Ben's Disposal on that, on the green trash.
Not just around where the food people are, because they're gonna take it to their spot, where they're sitting.
Yeah, it could be a big cleanup job for sure. And I'm trying to anticipate that and work through that.
I think Gail's talking to Ben's also about trash bins, so.
Yeah, we
She'll be here in a little while,
Oh, okay.
she's on her way from Palmdale.
Yeah, looks like Recurrent's gonna come out again and they give away batons, light up batons. I guess they must have broke or something if they ended up on the street. The kids didn't take it home. There should be light up toys too. The 4-H is gonna sell light up toys. So they're handling all that as a fundraiser for them. And Carl's Hardware is gonna set up the cotton candy and popcorn like they did last year. So it looks like it should be a nice event.
We are taking the applications for the parade till the very last minute. So, you know, of anybody that hasn't put their application in. The check-in for the check-in for the parade will be done at the chamber office, not here at Humble Hall this year. So, I mean, the parade will start here, but the check-in will be at the chamber office. So.
One other thing on that, Terry, every year that we do the Christmas parade, when they do the lineup, and they mark on the ground with their papers, they leave them there. And last year when we did it, we found a lot of it out there on Sierra Highway. So whoever puts on the papers, whatever the kids do from the high school or whoever's doing it, and then once the parade starts, they can pull that, you know, the numbers off the curves.
Yeah.
They left all along them all the way down Orange Street and up Dixie. So they leave them on the curves there. More papers out there in the streets flying around.
And we used to just paint the numbers on the road, but they lasted so long that we went to just the papers. Yeah, we'll try to remember to mention that usually by 5:30, half an hour before the parade, most people are already lined up.
Yeah.
So then it's just people that are doing the lineup can walk.
We live there, so we always pick up all the papers, so.
Yeah, we're going to try to clean up the best we can.
Have you thought about maybe just like a sidewalk chalk or something like that? Because that'll rinse off pretty easy
Yeah,
just over
top
time.
is water, just chalk mark, big chalk.
How easy is it to see when it's dark?
You can see it.
Should be fine, especially if everything's
They
lit
have,
up
they have the fluorescent one, you get them at the Home Depot, Lowe's.
dollar stores.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that most of that doesn't have sidewalk.
You can do it on asphalt.
I will have to look into that, I guess. Okay, we gotta move on. Time's running out. Okay, applying for the Renew Biz grant. The board did vote to apply for grant for the event center. We are still working on that. We're looking at something for the entrance of the event center. Originally, we were looking at sliding gates that would just slide into one corner. The cost was the big thing there. So we're also looking at another method, and we're looking at panels, like 5 panels across. So we can either open it up wide open for us, or just open one panel if we want to. And then we're also looking at holes that you put in the ground, hold the panels up. And we're looking at different areas in the event center where we can pull those panels and use them to direct traffic or to use them in the event center. So we're still working on that. I'm thinking that the grant might not come out till sometime in January now. They put it off this long, so I really don't think they're going to open it up right now. So we're still working on the event center. We're still looking at what we're going to do for the front of the event center. And that's what we're planning on applying for a grant. Okay, Board of Trade. We did apply, we worked with Boron and Mojave on the Board of Trade grants. Shelby from Boron is the one that wrote the grants. She wrote 3 grants. A couple of them, one of them was for Boron, and then one of them was a community grant where they put a pamphlet together that has information on the 3 communities, and then we'd be able to give them out. And Boron and Mojave would be able to give them out. So I think she applied for like $6,500 in grants. And we'll maybe know sometime in January. Any questions? Okay, we're on to new members. Do we have any new members?
I don't think we have any new members yet.
Okay.
We have some applications, but we haven't really received the money, so they're not new members until they receive the money. So,
On new members, I've been picking up a lot of these when I pick up the mail. People that are returning these to you don't have the right address or something, but a lot of them are coming back.
is that your address?
No,
That's probably the address that we have on your application.
no.
called up, so.
I'm just saying is, I've been looking up, a lot of them have been coming back.
Yes, one of the clause in our application, it says address, and we should have a line that says mailing address, because a lot of people get their mail at a P.O. box. Well, that's why those are bounced around. And I try to pick out everyone I see, but sometimes Debbie's the one that wrote most of the stuff up. When I see that one should go to the P.O. box, I pull them out, but sometimes she drops them at the post office, so some of them.
Anyway, I'm just saying, Debbie is doing a great job. It's just the fact is that this is just, I've been getting these things. I'm bringing it to your attention.
But, okay, an item I'd like to mention is that I met or talked to the people from Edison, and they're going around the community and doing some upgrades for electric. I know Crazy Autos is supposed to get some work done, and Guido's is supposed to get some work done. And it's free, it's not sure not free, but it's part of the money we pay Edison. And they're gonna have like lights put in and different things to save energy. So for the chamber, they're gonna change out the bathroom fixture in ours. That's the only thing that qualifies. And then also they're gonna put a film on our window that will block a lot of the heat in the summertime. And it's a free thing. We're looking at doing that tomorrow. Another item, I just found out today that one of the co-founders of the exotic feline compound, Joel Maynard, passed away a couple of weeks ago. Because he had cancer and it's not happening quick. So I don't know if you know that. And then the other thing, maybe sometime next year we're going to have to look at having our copy machine service. It's been backed up a little bit. Okay, with that, I'll go to the director's comments.
I have a comment. I would like to propose, I see this ad in the paper. Lancaster Chambers of Commerce starts their own investment firm. They have a page. I would like to work toward the fact is that we do have a manager or a general manager or something that would come in and relieve you of all the great work you're doing and if they could help you. I think we need this time that we need to grow our chamber and we get people involved. I know you volunteers have been doing a great job. I'm just reading this thing and I'm just saying is, I think it's time that we take this next step. Instead of being a volunteer chamber, that we become something like the Lancaster Chamber or the other chambers and stuff like this. I notice that they have a lot of things, and I know you're doing a lot of work, but I think it's time that we start really looking at the fact that we start being a chamber.
We are a chamber, huh?
I'm talking about back together.
Do you know how many members they have?
I don't care.
They
We
got-
could have as much as we have 100. I'm just saying, I'm making this suggestion, Terry. If you don't want to do something, fine. I'm just saying is let's move to the next step.
We're not ready to move to the next.
Well, you may not be ready, but I think you've got all this money. We can do this now.
That shows a little bit. Okay. Where do you have any comments?
No, I don't really have any comments.
I'd like to thank you all for coming, and then I'll open it up to members. Any members would like to make a comment? Paul?
Yeah, have you guys looked into what was going on with the visitor center to bring it over from the last
That
several
was
months back?
Bob's deal.
What's that?
The visitor center chaos?
What happened is that that went off because what happened is that the county took it offline. And because everybody has in their hot little hand something that they can actually find all kinds of stuff.
Well, we talked about this several months ago. We talked about this, about trying to get it
Yeah.
from Albertsons
What
over
happened
to
is-
the chamber and get people off the freeway to come out
Yeah.
to Diamond Street and
I
The Kern County Board of Trade operates those,
Yeah.
and they're pretty much shut off all across the county right now. I talked to them, it seems like You know, I tried to stress that, because you guys said, I think Terry said the board seemed amenable to the fact that if they would move it, you'd find a place for it, if I remember right. Because the issue was the county needs to put it somewhere where they have access to it to fix it if they need to, things like that. So that's kind of, I think, one of their issues is that, you know, it's on, in an area where they can access, where it's, you know, their property type thing. I know it's not on their property now,
Yeah.
but, yeah, so it's gonna come down to what the Board of Trade wants, if they're willing to do it or not. And turn it back on and operate.
Even if not that, you know, still work with Caltrans or whatever, you got the signage on the freeways where we can still detour people off the freeways to the chamber.
Well, and if that is something that people want, just, you know, contact the Board of Trade, Kern County Board of Trade, because that's, just more comments about it, maybe it'll sway them that the community does want it. That can't hurt.
Is that the Board of Trade, same thing as this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this
Grants,
is this the Kern County Board of Trade?
yeah.
I guess I do want to make a comment kind of about what you guys are all talking about. Because, you know, we are trying to work on the Board of Trade grants, which I think that once we implement that, that will help us work on our visitor center. I know that Bob's concern is having someone at the office and as a general manager, and I was able to pull up our long range plan agenda that Jack Miller had put together of the things that we kind of have been talking about in the last couple of weeks and that we're looking at trying to implement. And it's not like it's going to happen tomorrow because this is a long range plan. But some of the things that we were talking about was, you know, increasing our membership, you know, bringing in more volunteers, you know, bringing in some staffing. We talked about, you know, fundraisers and mixers, and doing some outreaches. And, you know, we are looking at putting a current plan and a 5-year plan together. And I think that, you know, with our long-range plan committee being put together now, that we're going to really start seeing more happen. So if you guys are always welcome to come to these meetings, you know, to voice your opinion of what you guys would like to see in our plan for the chamber. So.
Okay, Byron, did you have a question? No. No? Anybody else have any questions? No?
Is there a schedule of all those different committee meetings on the website yet?
I think because of the holiday and stuff, we haven't really set a stable monthly meeting for the long range committee. So I'm gonna have to get with Jack since he's he is officially the chairman now, and see what day we're gonna set for that. So if you're interested, I can let you know. And I can post it on the website. You know, like I said, in December, I'm gonna really try to put the website together and do some of the things that Jack had suggested. And I know that Terry will probably mention that we are gonna go dark in December for our meeting. And I'm more than likely not gonna really go to the chamber office. I'll probably do the majority of what I wanna do from home. So, so if you have any suggestions, you can always contact me through text or email. So, thank you.
Are not going to be dark in December? I think they usually are.
They haven't said.
They haven't said.
So,
Okay, well, do you want to make a motion to go dark in December?
yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to go dark in December.
I can second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
2-0. Okay, any other comments? Okay.
I just had one last one. Just as a member, I just wanted to express that it is a little disconcerting that when we don't keep a current track of where our financials are compared to where it is budgeted. I know you said you were going to work on.
Well, you know, really, I thought that in the bylaws, it says that we really didn't have to put the financials together until until the end of the year. So, I know
Right,
that
but
I don't
how
have.
are you guys going to go and make the proper decisions as far as, you know, spending money on things if you don't know where you are currently compared to the budget? Or at least how close you are to making those marks? And is that low, is that high, are we doing great, are we, you know, off the mark a little
We
bit?
started with $2,000 in borrowed money a little over 2 years ago. I would say the Chamber's done fairly well.
And that's great if you're blindfolded and you're throwing a hand grenade, but if we really want to have a targeted effort to grow the chamber, we need to know where we are on a consistent basis.
But that